Hello, Year 5. I hope your learning is going well today and welcome to our spelling. So for today, I will be your guide, and as we would normally do in class, we will have first a spelling test and then the new learning. So please be ready. You will need your spelling book or the book you've been using for spelling. You will need your pencil, your pen, maybe your ruler. So without further ado, get ready and I'll catch up with you in a moment. So year 5, as you would normally do in school, can you please write the date? So today is Monday, the 22nd of February, 2021. And when you're ready, can you please have a look at the words you were supposed to learn for today's spelling test? So remember, we were exploring homophones and near homophones. So homophones are words that have the same sound, that sound the same, but are spelled differently. So here we've got like what I would call the principal family, the prophet family, the descent family, the desert family, and the draft family. So have another close look at them and maybe remember, obviously they need to be put in context. So this one, the principal, this one is when we refer to a head teacher. This principle here is when we talk about belief. So prophet here is linked to money. So prophet here is when we talk about religion, and mainly in the Muslim religion, when we talk, for example, about the Prophet Muhammad. Descent here is like going down, and this is a word we use sometimes in math when we talk about ordering numbers in descending order. Descent here when we disagree with someone. Then we've got the desert family. So the first one is when we talk about a dry land, contrary to the second one when we talk like about pudding. Then the first draft here is like if I ask you to draft something in English, so the first go you have at writing, for example, and the draft here is like if we have a cold breeze going through the door, for example. So give them another good look, and in a moment, I'm going to dictate these words for you. So pause the video, have a good look, and I'll see you in a short time. Okay, year 5, I hope you're ready. So let's start. We're going to start with the draft family. So the first one I want is draft when I talk about, oh, could you please draft your piece of writing first before copying? So draft in terms of writing. Okay, and as you can imagine, the second one, draft, is when I refer to a cold breeze, for example, going under the door or through the window in winter. So that was the draft family. So let's reveal them. So the draft, as in writing, is this one. And the second one, as when we feel a cold breeze going through the door or window, is this one. Very tricky sound here. Good job if you've got them correct. Now, I am going to go to the principal family. Now, if I talk about Mr. Spence, I could say is a head teacher or is a principal of this school. Principal will be more used for secondary school, but we can still use it in this sense here. So principal as in head teacher. Have a go. Good job. So now you know which one is coming next. So if I talk about my belief, I can also say like, these are my principles. These are like rules I believe in. So principle in terms of belief. Good job, year 5. So let's find out. So principal as in head teacher would be this one. And if I want to talk about beliefs, I will go for this one. So PAL as a head teacher and PLE in terms of beliefs. Okay, let's move to a dry land. So a dry land or an alternative to pudding. Let's start with a dry land. So I'm going to a warm place. It's really dry. It's a desert. How would you spell it? Have a go. And the other one, the alternative to pudding, I'll let you write it. Okay, let's check. So the first one, the dry land, is with one S. And if I talk about pudding, it's got two S's here. Sometimes I remember it by saying, oh, if it's a pudding, I want more. So I put two S's in here. Good job if you've got them correct. Now, let's go to the descent family. I'm going to start first with, let me have a look at my piece of paper here. Okay, I'm going to go for dissent as in disagreement. So if I disagree with someone, I could use the word dissent. How would you spell this one? Have a go. Good job, year 5. Now, if we explore numbers, sometimes we will tell you, oh, please, can you order these numbers in descending order? So descent, like moving down. Good job, year 5. So the first one in terms of disagreement is this one here, D-I-S-S-E-N-T. And descent, like in terms of descending order or moving down, is this one, D-E-S-C-E-N-T. So another way to do the sound S and the C. Good job so far. We've got 2 more to go. And here we go to the profit family. So the first one is profit, like if I earn some money, I make a profit. So have a go. Profit in terms of money. And the second one is linked to religion. So profit linked to religion. How would you spell this one? Have a go. Okay, year 5. Let's reveal. So profit, if I earn some money, will be this one, F-I-T, contrary to profit, like in terms of religion, P-H-E-T. So like we would do in class, count how many correct you've got, and it's up to you. Are you happy with your score? Do you think maybe you could have done better? Up to you. Maybe you can draw like a smiley face or a medium face. Hopefully no sad face today. Now, the good news is we're done for the moment with homophones and near homophones, and we're going to start a new lesson today, and we're going to explore the sound O, spelled O-O-R. So be ready. Maybe you need a pencil, a whiteboard, something to scribble on, and I will get you in a second. Well done, year 5. I'm sure you read the question that's on my slide here. How many common ways are there to make the sound O? There are many ways to make the sound O, but I've selected 4, which are the more common ones. So before I reveal them to you, can you maybe have a chat with someone in your house? If you're in school, can you have a chat with a partner and try to think of the ways you know to make the sound O. So pause the video and come back maybe with 4 or more ways to make this sound. Okay, year 5, I'm sure, because you're in year 5, that you know different ways to spell the sound O. So obviously, the first one is O or R, like in fork. The second one is O-A-W, as in claw. Then we're moving on to O-R-E, as in more. And finally, O-A-U, as in fold. Did you have this sound? Did you have these ways to spell the sound O? Or how many more did you have? And if you had more than 4, fantastic. Now, what are we going to do with this sound? Today, we're going to focus on this one, the O as in fork. So your spelling words will be based on the O, O-R, but we'll do like a tiny game with the others spelling as well. So first, I'm challenging you to find 5 words that have the O sound spelled O-R, 5 words that have the O sound spelled A-U, and so on. 5 words with the sound O spelled O-R-E, and 5 words with the sound O spelled A-W. So pause the video and see how many words you can find. Maybe you can time you. You can say, okay, I give myself 30 seconds for the first one here. I give 30 seconds for this one. So basically in 2 minutes, see how many words you can find. So pause the video and I will catch up with you in 2 or 3 or maybe more minutes. Good job, year 5. So these are my words. For the first O, I had 4, corn, fort, pork, and storm. And I wrote storm, which obviously is a mistake, so storm. For the second one, I had cause, fault, launch, pause, and fraud. For the following one, I had bore, snore, show, ignore, and call. And finally, I had jaw, low, hawk, crawl, and prone. I really wonder which ones you had. Maybe you can give me a post on Dojo with some of your words. I'm sure they're probably much better than mine. So good job for that, year 5. So let's explore a bit more. Unfortunately, with the sound O, there's really no rules to tell you which sound to use and which spelling to use, but we just have some tips for you. So as you've seen here, the sound O spelled A-U is never at the end of a word. So if you look at here, you will find the O-A-U in the middle of a word. So A-U is never at the end of the word. At the end of a word, we will have O, O-R-E, or O-A-W. And A-W, to make the sound O, is often used before an N or an L. Like here, you've got crawl and prawn. So these are just tips. Unfortunately, you've got to learn the spelling, and there are really no exact rules about which spelling to use for the O sound. Now, you just need to be careful. Just need to move this on top here. Because after a W, the O sound is usually spelled A-R, like in war, warplane, reward, draft. So be very careful with this O sound. So let's move on. As I said earlier, we've got like we can call it a test, we can call it a quiz, we can call it a game. I'm going to read you some sentences and obviously some words have the sound O in them. Now, which O is it going to be? And we're going to do it very, very quickly. You don't have to write anything if you don't want to. You can just say, oh, this is O-R, this is A-U, this is O-R-E, or this is, which one? O-R, or which one did I forget? You will find out anyway. Okay, that dress is too short for you. Short. Think very quickly. S-H-O-R-T. Good job. Hit the pause button to stop the film. Pause, like in pause, we need to have a break. Here we are, pause, P-A-U. Good job. Oh, we just talked about this one. Shrimps and prawns must be cooked well. Ooh, prawns, P-R-A-W-N-S. How many have you got correct so far? If you've got a 3 out of 3, brilliant. If not, try to catch up. Mow the lawn before it rains. Ooh, I give you like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here it comes. A-L-A-W-N. Brilliant. Sean snores very loudly. Oh, someone is snoring and waking me up at night. Sean snores very loudly. You know, sometimes if you're a bit stuck, you can have a go at writing them and you look at, oh, does this one look like something I would find in a book? And if you're unsure, it's probably because it's not correct. So, Sean snores very loudly. Here we go. O-R-E-S. Brilliant, year 5. So there's a bad storm coming tonight. A storm. I'm sure you've got this one. That's the one I made a mistake. You remember? That's the slide before. So storm, S-T-O-R-M. Well done. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you having a 6 out of 6? 5 out of 6. And whatever you've done, because you're here with me, it's already great. And I thank you for that, year 5. Okay, now we're going to space. A space probe was launched yesterday. Launch. Okay, think. Will I see it? L-A-W, L-A-U, L-O-R, L-O-R-E. Think. I'm going to give you like 3 seconds and 3, 2, 1. Launching with a U. Brilliant. Okay, a young deer is called a, oh, that's a tricky one, this one, but I know you love animals and I know you will have this correct. A fawn, so A-W, good job. That dog's paw looks very sore. So sore as in if you got a sore throat, if you're in pain, you can say, oh, my muscle are all sore. So how would you spell it? If you're not sure, just have a go. So is it going to be this one? Is it going to be this one? Sorry for the mistake. Is it going to be this one? Something like that. Or is it going to be this one? Have a think. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. And that dog's paw looks very sore. Is this one? S-O-R-E. Good job if you've got correct. That was just a tip for you, as I said before. Okay, 3 to go. It's not my fault if I'm late. It's not my fault. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's reveal F-A-U-L-T. Okay, 2 more. Put the cork back in the bottle. However, I find this sentence very weird. Why would you put the cork in the bottle? But never mind. Let's look at the word cork. So cork is C-O-R. And finally, they say the old castle is haunted. How do you spell it? Haunted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. H-A-U-N-T-E-D. So well done, year 5, for joining me with this quiz test, game, however you wanted to call it. Now, let's have a look at the words you've got to learn for next week. So they all have the O sound spelled O-R. So let's go through them. 40. Oh, maybe you can repeat the words after me. So 40, scorch, absorb, decorate, afford, enormous, category, tornado, according, and opportunity. Okay, well done, year 5. So you've got a whole week to learn these 10 words. And I think they're kind of pretty easy because they all have the same spelling for O sound, O-R. So probably I would say, look at the double C in according. Look at the double P for opportunity. And remember, 40 is the number 40, which is different than 4, which would be F-O-U-R. Okay, 40 has no U, it's the O sound, F-O-R-T-Y. So, brilliant, year 5. So, I know you're very keen on practicing your spelling every week. So, I've sent on Dojo this worksheet to help you. So, basically, it gives you like a funny way to practice your spelling. So, you can have, for example, here, a pyramid word. You can have the rainbow word. You can have jokes about the word. You can use them in Scrabble. You can write poems, you can have a spelling scribble. So all this has been sent to your parents through Dojo. So feel free to use them to practice your spelling for next week. So good luck, and I will see you in a week's time. Bye, year 5, and thank you for joining me today. Bye, take care.